Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning. It's supposed to be 5 days a week at 7 a.m., but you guys, like always, I do not plan what I do. My body decides for me, and I just happen to go along with it. All right. I unfortunately had a very roller coaster of a week. Don't know what's officially going on, but I do know that I now, for the first time in a long time, gotta hit my frozen notes, right? I feel like I am in the best care team hands that I've been in a long while. Shout out to my old doctor, but I'm no longer within a driving range for me to go see her. So now I'm in having to find new doctors, and you know, patient really matters, right? Being patient with a patient really matters, because a lot of times the terminology that doctors use, thankfully that was what I wanted to go to school for. I originally started as pre-med, so I know some of the terms and lingo, because when I'm serious about something, I study it, and I study it real hard, y'all. I'm not like that person that be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take a few courses. No. 5th grade, my mom had to start buying me medical books because I wanted to be as terminological, I don't know if that's a word, but I wanted to know all my terms as early as possible, right? So she still has my human anatomy books. Like, it's crazy. But I wanted to be prepared for what I know I wanted to do in my future. And so that, you know, I started preparing myself. So that being prepared for that actually prepared me for the many different medical conditions that I have. And I'm very grateful for it. I don't take anything away from it, but it helps me explain to doctors a little bit better of what I'm feeling. And sometimes I still can't find the word, just because I don't know how to describe it. Some things that are normal to certain people are, you know, are not as common to me. So I'm very grateful for the patience that my care team has. And that, you know, they're willing to break things down and let's talk it out and let's see what's the best fit. So that's a promising thing. It's not like oh, nope. All right, you said this is a problem. Okay, this is the drug to take. Like, we don't want to jump the drugs too quick. Okay, I'm drug free, so let's not jump to drugs too quick. But anyways, I almost went off on a tangent there. I got to bring myself in. So on this glorious Friday, it's raining in my neck of the woods. It might be sunshine in yours and hot. My apologies. But, you know, I'm grateful for all the weather and the ups and downs and the roller coasters that we will be having over the next few weeks or so. We've had some April showers, and now May is right around the corner, and I'm looking for those flowers, right? Also, May is Mother's Day, and so I want to definitely make sure that we are all understanding that this year, Mama wants something different, okay? Being that it's Friday, and I usually do Future Talk Fridays, I'm going to change it up just because I've missed like 2-3 days, probably 4, I don't even know. But I want to just go ahead and put it out there for the moms, all right? They want something different, okay? We do the same thing every single year, even for the dads, but it's not their month yet. Do something different. Why are we so afraid of doing something different? It's been brought to my attention that all the time they don't want to always do something. Sometimes just seeing their kids, if you're older, you know, the kids, if they're younger, going away and not bothering them for a day is all they need. Sometimes just sleeping, right? Parenting is exhausting. So just being able to get a few minutes of sleep is always good. But speaking of change, we ourselves cannot be afraid of change. I've had to change doctors, right? I'm changing other things in my life. I've had to make changes in my life. I'm doing things that's requiring change. And some people will be so scared and just like, oh no, I can't do it. Why not? What are you afraid of? Failing? Okay. You can stay right where you're at and still fail. Success? Never be afraid of success, right? My thing, or my motto, I probably said it before, but if you're not scared, it's not big enough, right? Doing something different, of a certain magnitude should have you shaken in your boots. Okay? You should literally almost be terrified in doing it. Now, some people, they get on a career path, right? One of my classmates always wanted to be in the Navy. He had goals in the Navy. He's hitting all those goals. I don't know if he got another one right now, but he had those goals and he's doing it. But what would probably be scary to him is getting out and not knowing what to do as a civilian, right? That's the crazy part. Again, I'm going to try to keep this as unpolitical as possible. But what about those who are afraid of the change in government and the way we govern and the way that, we are using all of our amendment rights and not just some of them? Quick tangent that's close to change but not on change too much is that the simple fact, I got to stay off of social media and away from the media content overall. All right. I unfortunately was reading a post, I like several different entertainers and all-stars and all that stuff. And I like to keep up on them. It just, just like, it makes you feel like you're a part of their family. And one of them, the way they were just going on about, they needed to learn their lesson and all this. And I was like, yo, you got to see how quickly y'all flip the coin. And even to a point, okay, I don't know if Cracker Barrel is going to do a complete change, but Cracker Barrel sent an apology because they didn't realize that one of their artifacts was a little offensive. Now, I do have to use the word artifacts because it's not like they were using it for live action, right? So they decided to take it down and wrote an apology. Okay, great. That's something that the corporation decided. The corporation could have also decided not to change and to keep what they have in their establishment because they're historical artifacts. Now, I'm not saying Cracker Barrel should change anything. I'm not saying that they should make any differences or anything like that. But they pride themselves on Southern historical artifacts, right? Now, with Southern historical artifacts, we know comes the bad side to history. And guess what? It's still a part of history. The thing is the way people go about talking about it. One young lady, I can't call her young, she is old, I'm sorry. She had the nerve to say, if you guys stop talking about whatever, we'll stop talking about lynching. And my question to her was literally, ma'am, what does one have to do with the other? The thing is, okay, because so many people are upset about, drag story time and all this other stuff. Why does it matter? Can anybody answer that for me? Why does it matter? What about it is screaming that, we must, ban all drags and gay people? And one person even said, they're transforming my kid. How? Please tell me how. It's the double standardness and the unwillingness to change that we're afraid of. And the fact that we love to say that I know my rights, I have my First Amendment rights, all of this stuff, freedom of speech and all these other things, right? Because we wanted to make sure that everybody in America could live the way that they wanted to live and change the things that they wanted to change. And when the change isn't pleasing to your sight, you try to get them banned and illegal and thrown in jail and a criminal record. And it doesn't make sense to me. We as a nation that pride ourselves on the union of our nation are so divided right now that is baffling to the point where I'm not even sure we as a society will be able to continue on this rate. We love to say we don't want history to repeat ourselves, so that's why we teach history. But in Florida, we're teaching the wrong history because we're allowing history to repeat itself right now. We want to cover it up. We want to say, no, that wasn't really what happened in the past. This is what happened, and now this is something totally different happening. No. Different year, different century, same situation happening, you guys. I'm sorry, I can't unsee it, okay? My thing is, do not bash somebody for making a change in their life that they saw applicable at the time, all right? What you need to do is change your heart just a little bit, okay? I know several family members of mine who were hesitant to the idea of my sexuality, all right? I classify as pansexual. And I get it, right? I'm raised in a very Christian, Southern Baptist almost, household. And I get it, right? I attend church myself, and some people just don't understand. You know, in their heads, how can a Christian want to do this? You know, and I get it, right? But I also get me. I also understand me. And I wish just some people would take just a few more minutes to understand me, to get me, and to see exactly who I am. Because if that's who you see me as soon as you walk through the door, well, you've judged me before you ever got to know me, all right? Those people with hatred in their hearts who do not believe in change and who do not believe in just like letting people be and learning how to coexist, those are the people who are going to continue to drive our nation down, and they're continuing to teach the next generation hatred. We have to stop allowing it, and we need to do it today. We need to simply change every single thing that we've been teaching that's hate-centered. All right? You get mad when we talk about certain, you know, things and math problems and all of that, and not realizing that the math problem never was the problem. It was the person who was mad at that. We're going to do a whole book ban because one student complained. Like, you are allowing them these privileges that no one should be entitled to. All right? We should all be on an even playing field of the understanding that we are all different. And some people need a little bit more help than others. But guess what? It's okay. Because we have a system set in place in order for that help to be reciprocated or received or whatever word you want to use, all right? The thing is, we need to stop judging before we know somebody. And we also need to make sure that we're allowing people to be exactly who they are and change whenever they want to. But this change in the people's heart is going to be hard. And I hope that they take a few minutes and do it. All right. All right. I went on a little too long. Hopefully that made up for a little bit of the week. I'll be back again next week, you guys. Please, please, please don't cancel me. Don't write me off. But it's just some truth that need to be talked about around change, all right? Also want to give a birthday shout out on today, because today is his birthday, to Mr. Kwanzi, all right? If you're not over there on his YouTube page, Anime and Beer, you might as well hop on, all right? And he also has a podcast, so definitely make sure you check him out, all right? It's Anime and Beer. If you like both, you can get on both, okay? I don't like beer, and he knows I'm trying to understand anime, so there you go, all right? But that's definitely the place to do it. You guys enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk with you all Monday morning.